Because they look kind of bizarre, don't they? Yes. Look at that, and that's one of the first finished ones. Isn't that just gorgeous?
Take the camera away because actually, what do you want me to do with these ones that you're done? Are you going to try them on for something?
Yes. No, I think that's fine. But this one too, hang on. Hang on. It's the bearded Fred. This is Kevin who... This uniform here is quite famous because this was the first one. That was the first one, even though it looks like a Fijian Sulu, I think, but no. That was the first Flintstone thing. Yes. Who? Said Fred Terry.
Wilma Tracy.
Wilma Tracy, yes. Now, this is our chief sewer. Tracy is done, she's done 4. She is.
I'm the rubbish monitor.
And that laugh was of course Sophie Offledis, who has just taken over this machine for 2 minutes to look impressive so that she can be recorded for posterity. So I guess I was down at the rock, I said, well, why don't you get down prostate on the floor? And somebody probably said prostrate.
Reconciliation Day.
Well, these are the wigs, the warmer wigs, which Gabs has just dyed, and there is a beautiful one on here. Isn't that just fabulous? Oh, I think you should grow your hair exactly like that. Oh, there you go.
That's it, crouching down. Now.
Who are you? What's your name? Fred? Is it Fred Flintstone? I think it is. I think that's... Yes, it is, isn't it?
Who's that?
Ah.
Have you seen them?
You got all you were asking?
I do. Yeah. Oh, really?
Very good.
Flintstones, they're a modern Stone Age family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a push right out of history. Last night, when the family down the street drew the courtesy of friends to meet, when you're with the Flintstones, have a yabba dabba doo time, a dabba doo time. We'll have a gay old time!
Thank you.
You are me.
Now, the only Thank you. There may be one variation on this. Oh, Wilma! Woo! What's that? Dark.
Everybody come here too.
Meet the Flintstones! Saturday morning, in fact Saturday lunchtime. Thoughts on the first day?
Fantastic day. We achieved everything we wanted to do, and today's going to only be better.
Certainly is. Oh. This wasn't being recorded, I don't think. We're down at Fidel's anyway, so we don't know if it's recorded, but Marie was just saying she had a great day and having breakfast because this might be the last one we have today. Elaine was about to say...
That I drank too much
Yes.
because I now see 3 friends.
Yes. Didn't we all? And Trevor is just giving me my water. Thank you, Trevor. Do you have anything to say? You can see Trevor's shoulders stitched up here with a bit of flax.
A little bit of natural flax there.
Yes.
In the material.
No, you can't take that home with you. It's natural material. You have to declare that a custom cut flax.
Comments on yesterday. We had a great time. Ruined by the last game when we got murdered 24-0.
That's England got murdered.
England got murdered.
Who? I think they're Kiwis beaten.
Kind of took the edge off my day. Oh, no, a bit fantastic.
Yes, good.
It was great.
We'll be out in the field. This is the only legal way to
here we are. Are you?
Absolutely.
Hang on. Hang on. We have a word, please, Lord Alan.
How high?
Or Smodo. It just...
How
Bollocks.
high, sir? Final.
Mate, you're the one final. So, we are now at the 7:40 p.m. stage of the Sevens, and New Zealand's got to a final for once. Playing the Bombs, and I guess that's a foregone conclusion. However, we've got to play it out.
Please predict the Keys will win, because you've been wrong every time.
Been wrong every time. Lord Alan thinks the Bombs might win, and he might be right, actually. But you never know. You never know. Now, hang on, just stay there for a second, because I've got some important things to do.
Tonight on One News, there's a confession in court over an Auckland dog attack.
I feel absolutely, totally so sorry. You wouldn't believe it.
The search is on after a family dinghy capsizes off the Wairarapa coast.
There's some Stone Age support for a modern-day spectacle.
And an A-list celebrity is set to swing in for some America's Cup action.
Our major trading partners today, the Bank of England has cut its interest rate to its lowest level in nearly half a century. Now stands at 3.75%.
The tickets sold out in just 45 minutes and accommodation's been booked out for months. Sevens fever hit the capital today with more than 30,000 visitors pouring into the city. Jodie Ihaka reports.
I'm going to go for England today.
Rugby fans in Sevens heaven.
I've done 3 of these ones, yeah.
How does it compare to Hong Kong Sevens?
It's probably, it's going to be good. It's just going to take time to develop that sort of atmosphere.
Dressing down and playing up for the 16 teams in the competition. So what is the attraction with Sevens?
The excitement, the people, and then it goes, oh!
Those in the know claim there are 100 men for every woman in the stadium. Are you looking for your princess?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking, but she's probably a bit of an ogre.
The red zone is where anything goes. It's strictly wild territory for the brave. How much do you know about the game?
There's 7 players.
New Zealand's never won the Sevens in Wellington, and fans call it the curse of the cake tin. This time round, they say the success will be in the chanting.
"18 Freds and 14 Wilmers, and today our objective is to get all 38,000 people singing the Flintstones."
It's outstanding, isn't it? Our goal is to be the premier Sevens event in the world, and we think we've achieved that. It's 35,000 people coming to Wellington for one big party.
The tournament ends tomorrow. Jodie Ihaka, One News.
And we'll have the sporting action from the first Sevens matches later in sport.
Coming up, why the Prince of Pop has called in his lawyers.
And he could be heading here, but for
The red zone.
Well, you're with us and the party's in full swing here at the Westpac Stadium as we come to the penultimate game of the opening day here. On the left, Argentina, on the right, Australia, both with something to prove. They both went out of the Cup quarter-final here last year. Argentina went on to win the plate, but neither side has given the real close examination so far. Here's Australia. Well, Brooke James has been a key figure here. Rob McDonald, the captain. Chris Yates, a very powerful playmaker, and Ben Peterson, useful young recruit who's come into this particular seven. So Australia, who lost in the quarterfinal to Fiji in Brisbane, here at Argentina. They also lost out in the quarterfinals to France. That was a shock result. And they have great tacklers, great runners in Gomez, Cora, Garcia, Hamilton there, Aramburu and Martin Schusterman. And they are the real dark horse. They could beat anybody, John Macbeth.
No doubt about that. We've seen them in action over the years. It depends, really, as they say these days, which team turns up from Argentina. And when they're on fire, they can beat anyone. Australia know that only too well. Their defence will need to be well organised.
Some party we've had cross-dressing with Elvis impersonators. We've had wonderful Maori dancers, disco girls. We've had a tremendous party, and it's still building. As Michael Katzenellenbogen and
Welcome back. In sport, the New Zealand leg of the ARB Sevens created a storm in Wellington on the weekend. There were fears the tournament would be in jeopardy as a mysterious fever hit the capital. We put Osone Okosene in harm's way to investigate.
Oh, sorry about it. I just can't work today, Totally blocked up and got a really bad fever. I just can't shake it, I've got to go try and find some sort of cure for it. All right, Ed, we'll see you later.
Hey, listen, I have it on really good authority that this is the place to come if you've got the kind of fever that I'm suffering from. Everyone else seems to have sevens fever, so I'm going to go up there and look for a cure. Come on. It's pretty clear straight off that some people are affected worse than others.
Next. Who's your papa? Who's your papa? Go next.
I've got the sevens fever. What can I do to get rid of it?
Well, you really need to consult with one of our specialists here today. I think if you see any number of our doctors here, they're all specialists in different things. There's a couple of MDs, there's a few PhDs, and then you get the SPINs like me.
What's the SPINs?
Spin doctors.
What do you do to survive the sevens?
You eat a lot, make sure you get a lot of rest, come prepared, come with your colours.
2 years ago, Niue got a late call-up to the Sevens. This year, final, Sevens legend Eric Rush led his team one step closer to the promised land as New Zealand opened the scoring against England. But England weren't dead and buried. Henry Paul threatening to upset the New Zealand party.
When he was in the forwards, chased by Walker, but here is Henry Paul putting England back in the game.
But that other Pacific team, New Zealand, proved too strong. With the fever pitch crowd behind them, they shut England out with a final score of 38-26.
Well, Osona's definitely over his fever, especially with all the Pacific teams finishing well in the Wellington Sevens. Now it's time to find out what's going on around the communities.